Vegan, 'cause we came from heaven.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Oh, I don't like banks anymore. The banks give me a lot of trouble. Sometimes, a lot of bureaucracy. They don't let me give money to others, through the check or through credit cards even. I just wanted to send some money, just 40,000, to an animal people shelter that's in need. They forbid me. They say I'm not allowed, and if they ask some of my disciples who used to keep my money for me before to send it to my bank, then they don't let me take it. For example, if it's from Singapore, they told me Singapore is a Muslim country. Oh my God, what kind of ignorant person is that?
Please keep watching to find out more.
No more hurting animals, humans and beasts. Be vegan, make peace, do good deed.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled The King of Wars, Revelation about War and Peace, Part 4 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on June 10, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.,
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
By the way, something I want to tell my team members of Supreme Master Television. I have noticed that every time I praise somebody or some group for doing something well, something good, then the next day or next few days, they make a chaotic situation or bad stuff. I mean, it's not the first time. It was even before Supreme Master Television. Not bad harming anybody, but it's not good quality anymore, or they cause trouble for me by making some chaotic situation. So from now on, I'm not going to praise you anymore, openly or privately. Maybe privately, if it's good. Otherwise, the ego is something, such a big enemy of everyone. When I praise you, it's not that your soul hears it or needs it. It's the ego, the mind, and the mind is often made of ego. They're just blowing whatever I say out of proportion in their mind, and then they become more negligent of the important issue or the important work that they're supposed to accomplish. I also remind you that we don't need to praise people. No need, we don't need all that. Whatever we do good, whatever we accomplish perfectly in our assigned job or our own endeavor, it's a normal thing to do. We don't need any praise, any compliments, or anything like that. I don't need it either, okay? And you can see I minimize whatever we can, all this pompous stuff. Even my birthday, we don't celebrate anymore. You celebrate Ching Hai Day, I don't. But it's good. Ching Hai Day, I told you, it's your day. You can remind yourself to go out and do some good things for other people, but don't feel proud, okay? Then it's good. Because the ego always tries to snatch all the compliments, all the credit, No, we should all thank God and praise God that we have the ability, we have a chance to do it, that God allows us to do good things. And we should feel happy that other people are happy through our deeds. That is enough already. Just in the world, sometimes for everyone else, we encourage them to continue their job. So we have some awards, praise, or thank you letters, but I'm still considering whether or not we should continue to do that. I will consider, I will ask heaven whether or not we should. Of course, the charity deeds, whenever you can, however you can, help others in need must continue. Nowadays, our world is truly in big turmoil. So many refugees of the hunger war, not to talk about the real war with weapons, but the war of hunger, the war of thirst, are truly, killing many people, elderly children in the whole world, everywhere, even in some powerful countries, rich countries. I saw people who are homeless, downtrodden, and my heart can never feel peace. I do what I can, of course, without reporting to you. Before, whenever I had cash, I would give it to people on the street. It would be better if I had some cash. Now I don't need it because I'm in retreat. I can't go anywhere to give. But before, all the time, I always carry some cash so that I could give it to people on the street. Or if I saw some poor family, or if I knew about it, I would go to their house and give them something, to take care of their urgent needs and more for the future. It's not very safe to keep cash with you, of course. But I always go with someone and I hide the cash well. Only if I need it, then I take it out. It's not very safe to do that. But because of my heart, it bothers me to see other people in need, walking with scorched feet on the hot asphalt road or wearing tattered clothes, not enough to cover from the winter wind. So many other things, or the food banks are empty. So I just have to buy food and give it to them. All this, of course, you don't know. And when I'm in retreat, then I have to tell others to do it. It will go through the accountants, of course, but not all of them are reported to you. Mostly I remember to tell them, please don't tell it publicly, just go and do it for me. If I know somebody, I would call them and say, okay, go and buy this and that and engage your family or your friends. Go wherever possible, in your area or further, as far as you can, if your time allows and your work allows, to give to the food bank or to people. Do it quietly. So it's not that I tell you to do it alone. I'm also with you, doing things with you. Whatever you're doing, that's good for others. If I can, I'm also with you. We are a team, okay? Even if you don't know I'm doing anything, I'm doing it. I'm your team member. So do not forget to help others if you can afford it. Please, what for you hoard your money? Anywhere, if you don't need to. In the bank, for example. Oh, I don't like banks anymore. The banks give me a lot of trouble. Sometimes, a lot of bureaucracy. If I change my address or change my passport, then they would make a lot of trouble. They don't let me give money to others, through the check or through credit cards even. They stopped everything. I just wanted to send some money, just 40,000, to an animal people shelter that's in need. They forbid me. They say I'm not allowed. And if they ask some of my disciples who used to keep my money for me before to send it to my bank, then they don't let me take it. For example, if it's from Singapore, they told me Singapore is a Muslim country. Oh my God, what kind of ignorant person is that? How can Singapore be a Muslim country? Incredible how ignorant the bank people can be. My own bank manager, I don't want to tell the name of the bank. Or should I? No, I don't want to take revenge. I'm just telling you it's true story that happened to me. And they almost like confiscated all my money in the bank. So I can't use for anything. I said, can I just send this money to all other places, like to the churches, the temples, the monks, the priests of different religions? Possible or not? Also, no, cannot. They just want to keep it, to make money for themselves. They don't care if my money can help others or can help religious institutions. It's truly like that. Because I don't like to always have money in the bank. I like to have cash also, or I like to be able to send it, to any needy area. That's why sometimes I prefer to have cash, because I also give to the priest, Catholic or Muslim or Hindu priests or Hindu monks, Buddhist monks, anyone who I see is needy or worthy. I give to the priest because I know the priest will give it to the poor. The Catholic priest, the Christian priest, and the Buddhist monks, they also will have orphanages or they will raise old people in the temple. I know all that, so I give to them. I also say they can use some for their personal needs, like shoes and winter clothes. Or sometimes I buy it and send it to them. Or I send them money and say, I saw your shoes are tattered or, very worn out. Please, this is for your shoes. And some extra for your clothes for winter. Because here is very cold. For example, some monks, like Thai monks, Vietnamese monks, but they live in a colder country. Or they live in some small area with a small room to do their work, for their believers, for their faithful. And they don't have enough clothing or they don't have money. So I buy it to send it to them or I send the money through some of their followers to bring it to them. I say, go buy this and that for him, for her, or ask him and her what they want and buy it for them. And I can't just send a check with it. I don't have checks with me all the time in my pocket. Money is very convenient, so do not look down upon money. Money is very important, very good. If you don't use it, if you have a lot of surplus, please take it out of your bank and give it to others who are in desperate need. Give them some more time to be alive so that they, by chance, will remember God, pray to God, and they may be uplifted and blessed for that merit. If not in this lifetime, then next lifetime. Because not all of them can see the Master to liberate them. No, not all have that fortune even. It's easier to have the fortune to be rich, but not easy to have the fortune to meet an enlightened Master to liberate you. I like cash, because it's very practical to use. Sometimes I live in different countries. I go around and see which animal people shelter, which orphanages need money. I just give. Because I don't want to let them know my name. I don't want them to know who I am and all that. So cash is very convenient for me. When I'm not in retreat, of course. But sometimes the bank, even if I went to another country and I want to change a bank, they don't let me. They make so much trouble. One time I went to Canada. I wanted to buy a house there. It looked very nice and I wanted to stay in Canada, but then the bank stopped me. My bank at that time was in Spain. They stopped me. There was another bank. I have had many bad experiences with banks. Bank in America, bank in Spain, big banks. International, famous banks, not normal ones. I thought, this kind of internationally famous banks would have good service, easy for my life. It's not true. And internationally famous ones also from Germany, America, Spain, France. Oh, I tried all kinds of banks. They make so much trouble for me, so much bureaucracy.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Hunting as killing animals in the name of sport is unethical. His Excellency Dr. Janez Donošek, PhD, vegan.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Treasured viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled The King of Wars, Revelation about War and Peace, Part 4 of 7 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Mercy and Judgment, selections from the Kabbalistic Zohar, Part 2 of 2 on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Манай нэвтрүүлгүүд олон хэлээр гардаг. Зашлах хаяг suprememastertv.com/schedule болон suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.